Hey guys, welcome to Folktale Devblog 26. Lot to share with you today, so let's dive straight in. Patch 0.2.8 was released last weekend, and we've added quite a lot into that, which we'll run through. And the first thing we're going to look at is inventory. So what we'll do, we'll just drop down. We've got a couple of city guard here.
Move along.
So if I select this guy, I can open his character sheet and see what gear he's got on him. He's got the sort of simple halberd on him at the moment. And then I can open global inventory, which you might be familiar with from the tutorial. And I can open that and slide across. And you can see that we've got all sorts of lovely loot in here. So we can give this guy some chainmail, maybe some leather. Okay, maybe chest piece. And then we can filter as well, so we can quickly find items that we want in the inventory. So in this case, I want weapons. Now, at the moment, you can equip any inventory on any character, but in a future patch, we will introduce profession requirements to equipment. But for now, what we'll do is just show you that if I can get this guy.
Nothing to see here.
If we can move him so we can see. So we're looking up here, and you'll see that he's got his simple halberd. But if we equip a new halberd, then that's shown on your character, which is what we said we were going to do. And that works for both hands. So if they're carrying like a sword and shield, that'll be shown on the character as well. Okay. We've also reduced the effectiveness of armor. So in I think 0.2.7, armor was just like ridiculously tough. But we've reduced that now, so be careful when you are going out to battle enemies. In terms of economy, we've now got a number of economy chains working. We've got the hunter who goes out and shoots deer and then brings the venison back, and then the butcher goes and collects that and turns it into sausages and things like that. But the main one that you'll notice, and what you heard there with the gold ring inside, is the bakery. Now, the complete economy chain, if I just zoom down here, we've got the farmer, and in this case he's growing a wheat field. And I'll just mention that we've added, or we're starting to add in, the ability to grow different crops in your wheat fields. So if I wanted to change, like this field, it's showing grapes at the moment, which will be one of the crops, but you can grow pumpkins for vegetables, which I can do now, so let's set that to be pumpkins, and then you'll be able to grow herbs for the herbalist and other crops as well. So anyway, the farmer at the moment collects the wheat. We'll just follow this guy here, and he takes it to the windmill where it's converted into flour. That's interesting. They must have taken some out already. Okay, but one thing I'll say about the economy is that in 0.2.6, I think, or even 7, we were simulating the economy. So there was a disconnect between characters and peasants actually walking with gear on the shoulders and walking into their building. That didn't necessarily result in an increase in the inventory, in the stockpile quantity. And there was a reason why we did that, but having played with that for a while, we decided, yeah, that's not so good. So we'll throw that out, and we'll go back to the model that we had in the tutorial, which is a direct relationship to when a character, let's say the woodcutter here, when they arrive back at the woodcutter's hut and they drop off their logs, then the inventory will actually increment by 1. So there, and then what's happened here, the farmer's taken the wheat from the wheat field, it's been milled, and then it's carrying sacks of flour to the storehouse. So we've got the storehouse there. And then the final part, which we've got here, is you can see that the baker's just come to collect the flour. And here comes another baker. And then they will go.
How can I help? Okay.
Whoa, they're hungry. drop off that, and then... okay, I guess we've got a shortage at the moment of wheat and flour because they're all queuing up. You'll see that they're actually eating... We might have to wait for the next... She's hungry, she's gone back for more. No, she's not. Have we got some more flour coming in? No, let's see if we can find it, because we've got numerous... Nope, there's no flour. We are out of flour. Here we go. I can see a baker coming in here. So when the baker arrives with flour, then they'll be able to turn that into bread, and then bread is sold to peasants, and you can hear the gold there, so driving your economy. You see this guy there, he was eating some. I'll try and get... I think that guy. Can you buy some bread? Well, I'm not doing very well at showing you this, but this is what you get when you record in real time. But anyway, they buy bread. Right, let's see if the farm will do. Going to munch? No, I guess there was none there. So what they'll do is they'll buy bread and they'll stand there and they'll actually eat it. And villagers have different needs. Crikey, look, they're going from bakery to bakery. So it's obviously in development stuff. So economy chains are in there, and we've swapped to a work performed basis rather than it being simulated. Some of the other changes that we've got in there, if we actually go to the building inspector, we've increased the cap from 2 to 4 peasants, so that's really of major use in the barracks, so you can actually train more peasants there. Other changes, we've actually added in ambient sounds, so if I actually be quiet for a bit and walk around, you'll hear, well, I'm stood right next to the bees, and then if I walk around you'll hear the river. If I walk up to a windmill, and we'll keep adding those over time. And then a really cool part that I want to show you when it turns to daytime is that we've got these lovely walls here, and the goblins have arrived on their boats. What I'm going to do, the first thing I need to do actually before I do that is quickly shut all of my gates, otherwise they'll just, at the moment, they'll walk through. Okay, that one's closed, that one's open. What I need to do is I need to seal off my village so there's no way in. Now the goblins, being particularly conniving, of them. If I say, right, goblins, I want you up there, they'll go and scale your walls. Which we'll watch. Oh, they're attacking somebody. And that's it. They're off now. They're going to attack. Let's get these guys up.
New villagers have arrived.
That's it. And now the goblins are attacking.
Oh, my beautiful spleen!
Alright, our villagers are actually doing a pretty good job of fending them off.
Oh, that was my favorite thing!
Come on, you can get up there as well.
Oh! Oh! Pointy weapons!
So,
my only weakness!
you'll want to man your walls. And what we'll be doing in future patches, once we've got the crossbowmen in, if you've got a group of crossbowmen selected and you click on the walls, what they'll do is they'll actually take up positions along the wall, and you'll be able to set the AI so that you can tell them to guard those points, so they don't go wandering off or chasing after enemies.
Villagers have
You'll also
arrived.
want to put city guards up on your walls. They'll be very helpful. And then other monsters who can't climb your walls, so for example the swamp beast, they'll actually come and start attacking your gates, and once your gates fall, then they'll obviously be able to walk through. One thing that we're thinking of doing with the goblins is that if they manage to breach your walls, we might make it so that they head to a gatehouse and they can actually take control of the gatehouse and open the gates that way. So it's really, you can be attacked from multiple directions and with multiple strategies. So that, I think, will be really cool when we put that in. Now, at the moment, the goblins are just standing around, but in 0.2.8 in the editor we've added the wave inspector, and what that enables you to do is, much like a tower defense game, is that you can create waves of multiple attackers on a timed basis, and you can tell them to either sort of stand around, which is what these guys are doing here. You can tell them to wander just within a radius that you specify, or you can tell them to seek player. So in that case, they'll actually head straight for your buildings and try and take out your village. And it is possible to actually lose the game if you lose all of your buildings. So we are starting to make good progress towards combat and sieges. In 0.2.9, we'll be implementing the engineer, so that's the workshop there, and the engineer will be able to construct turrets, so flame turrets and goo turrets, so that you'll want to place those outside of your walls, because goo turrets will slow down attacking monsters and give you time to actually attack them. So if you say we want to put a repeating crossbow on the wall, and then I'm going to say a trebuchet as well. Oh, trebuchet is attacking those guys now, and they're fleeing. I think he's going to attack them again. Yep, there it comes.
Yahoo!
And then what we've put in place as well with the trebuchet, not quite implemented yet, but it's set up so that we're going to support different types of ammo. So there'll be Greek fire, there'll be diseased carcasses, and there'll be boulders, and they will actually deplete your inventory for every shot. So while it might be possible and you might be rich enough to construct trebuchet on top of all of your turrets, you may not, if you haven't got a constant supply of stone or a large deposit already, then you're soon going to run out and they're going to become ineffective. So balancing the needs of your defences, say, against the needs of construction and expanding your village is another aspect that you're going to have to take care of. Okay, I'll soon jump into the editor so we can have a look at a lot of the new kit pieces that we've added to make the world richer. But for now, what I'm going to do, actually, let's grab...
Bless you.
Okay, we've got a number of guys. We'll have to open up one of the gates first. That's it, because otherwise they won't be able to get out.
Yes, Petal.
With the gates, what we'll do is we'll make it so that you can ring the monastery bells, or sort of a shortcut to shut all of your gates, and that will seal off, so you don't have to go around every single gate closing it. So we'll put that shortcut in. Right.
Ta-ta!
Just in terms of some of the new content that we've put in,
All right, my love.
up here, well, give them those a chance to get there. We've expanded the cemetery kit with a lot of modular snap together pieces that makes it a lot quicker to design things. So I'll just jump down here. You see we've got quite a nice bridge here, statues on. Now another addition that we've made in 0.2.8 is that we've supplied various torches, sconces, braziers, things like that, with sound effects as well. So if I run up to them, I'll be quiet. If we run up to them, you'll hear that they've got sound as well. How are our guys doing? Are they up here yet? Okay, they are.
Yes, my dear?
Now, I have a feeling they're going to die because we've got the necromancer up here as well.
Okay.
I am
We've got chests in as well, so if I quickly sort of run up there.
Yep. My pleasure.
I'm done for.
Come on, you quickly open up. So he's going to open up the loot. Did he manage to open it? He didn't manage to open it. I think they're all dead. Because I didn't give him any equipment, so it's fairly tough. But anyway, with all the new pieces that we put in, we're going to be seeing some pretty nice designs, some community designs coming up. In 0.2.8, we've included a map called the Valleys, which was actually designed by community member Matty101. And in future, we'll be including more maps as well. Now, those maps present a different sort of environment to play in.
New villagers have
different challenges. Everything is in a different place. And some variety. So I guess what we're going to do now. Everybody's heading out.
Yes, Petal.
Let's just send a mob.
Be right there, darling.
There we've got. There's a wandering beastman. So I mentioned about the wave spawning, and that's what he's doing. In fact, I have a feeling that he is set to wander, and the radius is probably quite broad. So to get up here, he's probably going the long way around. So that's something we need to play test when we're actually making it.
Ta-ta!
Right. I know there are a lot of beastmen around here, so let's see how they get on.
All right, my love.
Really?
Busy, busy, busy.
I think we'll just run at the same
All
time.
right, dear.
New villagers have arrived.
So take out all those beastmen and war pigs.
Yes, my dear?
Okay, now here we go. Some of the new props. Once we come into the Fog of War, you'll see that we've expanded. We've also expanded the Kobold camp kit.
Oh!
Down the turret.
Oh, doggone it. That's it for me.
New villagers have arrived. What now?
Right away. How can I help?
And then if we send them in there, all sorts of little pieces like bones, rope.
It won't hurt anymore.
New villagers have arrived.
Something to do?
My pleasure.
Okay. Now,
So that's it.
Huh? On my way.
open that chest. There we go. Okay, so we've got the start of looting in there. In 0.2.9 we'll be expanding that to corpses, so you'll be able to loot gear off corpses.
Yes, Petal.
Okay, see there's another one.
Ta-ta.
Okay. So what we'll do is we'll jump into the editor and take a closer look at some of these pieces. Have a look at the cemetery kit. So yeah, just give me a moment. I'll head over there now. Okay, here we are in the editor. So let's take a look at the cemetery kit that we expanded. So I'll bring up the kit pieces, and you'll see that in 0.2.8 we added over 100 new props, which if I scroll through them, you'll see, and we've got, take a closer look, let's shut down the dialogue, shut down the pieces. We've got statues, which you can move about. We've got the lighting, which you can play around with. And then I talked about making modular pieces that snap together. What we've done, we've enabled snapping, so you'll see here that it moves by, I think it's 0.5 units each time. And what that does, it just allows you to align things a lot easier. So if I grab like a piece of wall here, it just makes it very, very quick to be able to snap together new pieces. Okay, and if I look down here at the wall, what we've actually got here, we've got, let me slip up the terrain, we've got some pillars, we've got some arch, we've got a little bit of trim. Just move that out of the way. Okay. Just use the keys on the keyboard to move it. We've got some railings. And we've got all sorts of skulls and things like that. Let's just pull that up again. So if I want a skull, scale that up. So lots of pieces for you to be playing with. And the stairs, again, they snap together. And it just saves a lot of time because you're not spending all of your time sort of just tweaking placement. It's literally snap together and go. Okay, and again, the same. If I just zoom over to the Beastman camp, you'll see these rings. They're actually the wave spawners. So let's take a look at those. Just mention a couple of the new props. You see, we've got the turrets in there. And then I also wanted to look at the wave spawning. So to do that, I'm actually going to hide the camera because you don't want to be looking at my face. Let's maximise that up and let's dock. We can actually dock in the inspector the window to any edge. So let's make that full. Now what we've got here, we've actually got the Beastman wave spawning point. What we've done is I've only got one wave at the moment, but in that wave I've actually got two groups. So I've got a beastman, three beastmen and two war pigs. And what I've got is I've set them to wander, so they'll wander about. And if you remember, we actually saw a guy wandering around here, and he was going to come up here. If I wanted them to attack my village, which was over here, then I can just set their behaviour to seek player. We can also set the formation, so when they spawn within the blue radius, so I'll just scale that. So the larger the radius, then the more spread out they will be when they spawn. I can also set the max stalk distance, so let's set that to 200. And what that is if my characters wander into this radius, then they'll attack. But then when my characters are running away, the monsters will only pursue them up to this radius, and then they'll give up and return to whatever they were doing. And then I've also got the max wander distance, so within that they'll just wander around doing things, and you see that because that goes up there, that's why they went up there. Okay, and we'll be expanding this, so if I wanted to add a second wave that followed this wave, so I could create a new wave. And let's say time since the last wave, and let's say I wanted 60 seconds, and I want these guys to seek the player. I'm not particularly bothered about the formation, but in that group, let's say I want a bunch of kobolds, I want 10 kobolds. I can say, okay, I want these guys to be actually really tough, so I can double their health. And I can also spawn from different spawn points around the camp as well. Okay, so we are progressing pretty well towards 0.3. We really want to fine-tune it and make it a really fun experience. So with each patch, we'll be taking a step closer to that. Okay, well, I hope you've enjoyed this look at patch 0.2.8, and thanks for joining us for Devblogs 26. Just on a parting note, every Sunday there's the Dev Hangouts on Twitch TV. So head over to twitch.tv/Games Foundry, follow the channel, and then you can jump in. We'll be streaming live, answering questions from the community in real time, and we'll be giving useful advice on how to use the editor. And also looking at weekly progress, so whatever we've been working on that week we tend to show. So if you're really interested in following what we're up to on an almost daily basis, then come and join us there. Alright, well, enjoy the rest of your weekends. Thanks for joining us. Bye.